What's up guys, it's mid-morning on Thursday, August 31st, 2023, just a little over 24 hours after Hurricane Idalia made landfall. Landfall occurred around 150 miles northwest of here at Keaton Beach, which is located in the Big Bend area of the Florida Panhandle. Thankfully, we did not get hurricane force winds around St. Pete, but some of the areas along the bay as well as out on the barrier islands did experience some storm surge flooding. Right now I'm heading south down Pass-a-Grille at the far south end of St. Pete Beach. From there we're going to drive north up Gulf Boulevard through St. Pete Beach, Treasure Island, and Madeira Beach. We'll cover around 10 miles of these barrier islands, and along the way we'll stop by a few of the major beach accesses to see what the beaches look like, and at some of our favorite beachfront establishments to see what type of shape they're in. So as you can see, pretty much all of these little piers has sustained some pretty major damage. It looks like they're all going to have to be repaired or rebuilt. But as far as the beach goes here in Pass-a-Grille, it's just as beautiful as ever. The waves are rolling in pretty good here. Nothing too abnormal, but definitely bigger than what you typically see here in the Gulf. So I just talked to a guy that was helping clean up at the snack bar. He said there really wasn't any damage done to the building itself. It stayed relatively dry. And this morning they're basically just cleaning up sand and debris, and they do actually plan to open today. So as you can see, it looks like Pass-a-Grille did fare pretty well overall. They definitely do have a bit of cleaning up to do, but you really don't see any signs of structural damage anywhere other than the little piers going out into the Gulf. Alright, now that we've checked out Pass-a-Grille, we're going to head up to the public beach access on St. Pete Beach, which is just a couple of miles up Gulf Boulevard. Now St. Pete Beach, Treasure Island, and Madeira Beach are all located in Evacuation Zone A, and on Monday morning, Pinellas County did order a mandatory evacuation of Zone A. At that time, a storm surge of between 4 to 7 feet was projected, even though the storm was only a Category 2 when it paralleled us and never even got within 100 miles of St. Pete. The storm surge also was impacted by a king tide though, so it definitely was not great timing for a hurricane to be occurring during one of the highest tides of the year. Now Wednesday morning, the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office restricted access to all of the barrier islands and closed Gulf Boulevard due to the flooding on the islands. Many of those who chose not to evacuate did share pictures and videos of the roads and businesses being flooded, and thankfully after the king tide passed, the water did recede pretty quickly, and they did open up the bridges to all of the barrier islands at 5 p.m. yesterday. For those of you who are wondering, it does look like the Sunrunner's up and running. Alright, we are here at the public beach on St. Pete Beach. So far everything's looking pretty good. The beach paths look pretty much like normal. And as you can see, the beach itself looks really good. Obviously the sand is really packed and you don't see all the beach chairs and umbrellas out like you normally do, but it still looks like a beautiful beach to me. Now one of our favorite little beach bars is located right by the main access here on St. Pete Beach, and I know that it does sit kind of low. I can tell it has a bunch of standing water by it, so I am a little bit concerned about it, but I'm gonna go check it out and see what kind of shape it's in. It does look like they got a lot of cleaning up to do in the pool area. The pressure washers are out. I'm sure they'll have it looking good in no time. While it does have some standing water at its access to the beach, I am happy to report that Flippers appears to be in pretty good shape. Overall, it looks like it stayed pretty dry. I wouldn't be surprised if they're open today as well. While I walk back to my vehicle and show you a little bit more of the public beach here at St. Pete Beach, I do want to mention that the tolls were closed this morning. I'm not sure how long they're going to stay closed for, but it is at least one benefit of a storm like this. Another benefit is that some areas around us, like Sarasota, were actually really dry, which is pretty rare for summertime here. So they actually really did benefit from all the rains they got from the storm. Now, according to Pinellas County officials, there were still over 60 water rescues in our area. I also read that around 1,700 people were in shelters during the storm. Around 28,000 people were without power at some point in Pinellas County, but as of this morning, that number was down to around 2,600 people. Alright guys, now that we've shown you the public beach on St. Pete Beach, we're going to head a couple miles north up Gulf Boulevard towards the downtown and Upham Beach area. There are several businesses that do sit right by the water there, including Willie's, which is one of our favorites. So let's go see what type of shape they're in. Pulling up here to Bowie's Waterfront Grill, it looks like there are some people upstairs dining and a sign that says they're open. It does look like the Toasted Monkey's in pretty good shape as well. I'm also happy to report that Willie's is looking dry and is open for business. Alright guys, so overall I was really happy to see that St. Pete Beach is in pretty good shape, so let's head over the bridge to Treasure Island to see how they're looking. Now if you're interested in seeing some of the flooding that occurred in downtown St. Pete as a result of Idalia and have not seen our last video yet, then we definitely encourage you to check out that video after this one. So for those of you who are new to our channel, typically it is my wife Jamie and I who are out together making these videos, but today I'm on a solo mission. We don't typically post hurricane and storm related content on this channel, but when there is a hurricane that does affect St. Pete and the Florida Gulf Coast, we do try to get out to show our viewers what the conditions are like in our area. Typically we post videos of adventure and beach content around Florida, so if you're interested in that type of content or just want to make sure you catch our next storm related content after the next hurricane blows through the area, please do consider subscribing to our channel. We really appreciate the support. Alright, we made it here to Sunset Beach on Treasure Island. Let's see what type of shape it's in. Wow, so this is one of the best visualizations I've seen of how much sand can get washed up during a storm like this, because these picnic tables are buried. So you can definitely see that there has been some beach erosion here. There's a little more seaweed on the beach as well, but overall I'd still say it looks pretty good. Now if you've been to Treasure Island, odds are you've been to Caddy's, which does sit right on the beach here on Sunset Beach, so let's go see what type of shape they're in. So overall, Caddy's does appear to be in pretty good shape. They obviously do have a bit of cleanup work to do. I talked to one of the workers. They confirmed that they do plan to open sometime today, but they weren't exactly sure when. Now, right across the street from Caddy's is one of our favorite spots on all of the barrier islands, and that is Katiki. It's a great spot to grab some cheap beers and catch some live music, and I can already tell that they are open. So overall, it really does look like Treasure Island fared pretty well in the storm as well. So we're gonna head a few more miles north up the Gulf to Madeira Beach. First, we're gonna check out John's Pass on the south end of Madeira Beach, and then we're gonna head a little further north to one of the main public beach accesses and the Madeira Beach Snack Shack. So honestly, John's Pass looks pretty much like normal. There is a little bit of debris here and there. You do see some people cleaning up, but the vast majority of the businesses that would normally be open at this time are open, and you definitely don't see any structural damage. So now that we've shown you John's Pass, we just got one more spot to take you on this tour from Paso Grill to Madeira Beach. But if you do have other spots that you want to see along these Tampa Bay area barrier islands, make sure to let us know in the comments. I definitely am willing to go out and get some more island footage if there's enough of y'all that want to see it. Alright guys, we made it to our final stop, which is Archibald Beach Park here on Madeira Beach. It's where you'll find the Madeira Beach Snack Shack and one of the biggest parking lots and public beach access areas here on Madeira Beach. So let's go check it out. Wow guys, this is probably the best looking beach of all of them. There's really no sign that Idalia even came through. I don't see any beach erosion. The water's a nice turquoise and it's just a beautiful beach. So if you have a vacation planned to Madeira Beach in the near future, or honestly any of the other beaches that we toured today, I think you should be able to be pretty confident that you will have an enjoyable beach vacation. That's it for this video guys. I'm going to leave you with a little more footage of this beach. And like I said earlier, if you want to see the conditions of any of the other beaches around here, be sure to let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.